Alright. Who's ready to have fun storming the castle? Sorry, I couldn't resist. I know Shale says it later, but I wanted to do it myself.
Odd how quiet the castle looks from here. You would think there was nobody inside at all. But I shouldn't delay things further. I had a plan. To enter the castle after the village was secure. There is a secret passage here, in the mill, accessible only to my family.
Why didn't you mention this before?
I knew you would choose to enter the castle instead of staying in the village. And we needed warriors. I'm sorry if I... Maker's breath.
Tigan. Thank the Maker you yet live.
Isolde. You're alive. How did you... What has happened?
I do not have much time to explain. I slipped away from the castle as soon as I saw the battle was over, and I must return quickly. And I need you to return with me, Tigan. Alone.
And let you guys know right now, I can't stand Isolde. I absolutely cannot stand this woman. It's not just necessarily... it's other stuff later. It's not just in this game. Even her appearance in Dragon Age 2 upset me. My gosh. I can't stand her. But don't worry, we won't be seeing her in 2. I have something special planned for her. But, oh my gosh. You know, I should also say, I've always had a sneaking suspicion that she may have actually been... How do I put this? I've always suspected that there was something more going on between Isolde and Tigan. Or rather, maybe not necessarily from his end, but definitely from her end. That perhaps she was really more interested in Tigan than she was letting on. And she kept it a secret because, of course, she's married to his brother. Now, she implies and indicates that she very much loves Arleman, but notice how she talks sometimes to Tigan. It comes across like she genuinely cares for him more than she probably... I mean, yes, he is her husband's brother, yes, and her son's uncle, yes, but at times it seems as if she almost... you know, is interested in him more than that. I get suspicious of her actually wanting to have an affair with Tigan. That's what I'm really getting at here. It's always been a little suspicion I've had. Besides, she is Orlesian. I wouldn't put it past an someone from Orlais to actually do that. I'm just saying. Based on what we know about Orlesians, it's not something that if you told me, about this, I would be like, and? It would be very easy for me to believe that in that regard. I'm not saying that's how every Orlesian is, but it's kind of easy to believe that. But, yeah, she caused all this, and it's not even for the best of reasons. Now, I do sympathize with her in a single regard. There's one thing about her I do sympathize with. That she was a mother who was terrified at never seeing her son again and got desperate. But there's more to it than that. And it's not exactly the best of reasons. But I'll talk about that when we get there. You don't seem very concerned about what happened here. That's another thing. She doesn't really seem concerned about what happened to the village. Now, of course, that's because why would she be more concerned about what's going on here instead of what's going on with her son? But still, she's supposed to be the wife of the Arl of these people. And she doesn't seem to care in the slightest about their own well-being.
What? Who is this man, Tigan?
Were it not for his help, Isolde, I would not be here. I owe him my life.
Pardon me, I would exchange pleasantries, but... considering the circumstances...
Please, Isolde, we had no idea anyone was even alive within the castle. We must have some answers.
I know you need more of an explanation, but I don't know what is safe to tell. Tegan, there is a terrible evil within the castle. The dead waken and haunt the living. The maid responsible was caught, but still it continues. And I think Connor is going mad. We have survived, but he won't flee the castle. He has seen so much death. You must help him, Tegan. You are his uncle. You could reason with him. I do not know what else to do.
She is also a full-on liar, because she is straight up lying to us there. She's like, oh, he won't flee because he's seen so much death. Really, Isolde? Really? This... I want to try and get all my thoughts out about Isolde, but I'm not really sure if I'll be able to do that, because there are times where I may miss something she says, or it keeps going, and I can't exactly pause to talk about something she says. Tell me about this mage that you mentioned.
He is an infiltrator, I think. One of the castle staff. We discovered he was poisoning my husband. That is why Eamon fell ill.
Eamon was poisoned?
He claims an agent of Terran Logain's hired him. He may be lying, however. I cannot say.
Is Arl Eamon still alive?
He is. He is being kept alive so far, thank the Maker.
Kept alive? Kept alive by what?
Something the mage unleashed. So far it allows Eamon, Connor, and myself to live. The others were not so fortunate. It killed so many, and turned their bodies into walking nightmares. Once it was done with the castle, it struck the village. It wants us to live, but I do not know why. It allowed me to come for you, Tegan, because I begged, because I said Connor needed help.
So, she keeps saying that, of course, it's Jowan's fault. Spoiler, the mage is Jowan. I want you to all to keep in mind that this whole poisoning of Eamon and all that with Jowan would never have happened if she had not gone out of her way to try and bring him in, to try and prevent Connor from letting it be known that he was gifted in magic, so that he wouldn't get taken away. But there's more to it than that, which is something else that she says that just irritates me. But I just want to really remind all of you that all of this happened. Everything happened that happened here at Redcliffe and to the Arl and all the people who have died is because of her. None of this would have happened. No opportunity would have happened. Her son would not have, Eamon wouldn't have been poisoned, which led to Connor contacting the demon, which led to all this. Her son would never have contacted the demon and caused all this to happen if it had not been for her. Do you think this evil could be some kind of demon?
I do not know. Oh, Maker's mercy. Could it truly be a demon? I can't let it hurt my Connor. You must come back with me, Tegan. Please.
Why do I get the feeling that you are not telling us everything?
I beg your pardon. That's a rather impertinent accusation.
Not if it's true.
An evil I cannot fathom holds my son and the husband hostage. I came for help. What more do you want from me? Tegan, I do not have much time. What if it thinks I'm betraying it? It could kill Connor. Please come back with me. Must I beg?
Why must Tegan go alone?
For Connor's sake. I promised I would return quickly and only with Tegan. Tegan, I know you could order your men to follow me when I return to the castle. I beg you not to. For Connor's sake.
Remember what Connor does to Tegan when he gets taken there? Basically wanting to allow the possessed Connor to just do whatever he wants and kill whoever, you know.
The king is dead, and we need my brother now more than ever. I will return to the castle with you, Isolde.
Thank the Maker. Bless you, Tegan. Bless you.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
I cannot let Isolde return alone. Perhaps I can help Connor or Eamon. Perhaps this is really a trap, but this is my family. I must try. I have no illusions of dealing with this evil alone. You, on the other hand, have proven quite formidable. Isolde, can you excuse us for a moment? We must confer in private before I return to the castle with you.
Please do not take too long. I will be by the bridge.
Here's what I propose. I go in with Isolde, and you enter the castle using the secret passage. My signet ring unlocks the door. Perhaps I will distract whatever evil is inside and increase your chances of getting in unnoticed. What do you say?
I just remembered what the other thing I was going to say about Isolde that irritates me. When you bring Alistair here, and Alistair says, "Hi, Isolde." Remember, Alistair was kicked out of here and sent to the Chantry to become a Templar by Isolde. Because Isolde didn't want Alistair around. Because of all the rumors about Alistair possibly being Eamon's son instead of Merrick's. Because, of course, Eamon was keeping that secret and was willing to endure that rumor. But Isolde wouldn't have any of it. So she wanted Alistair kicked out. So when we come back here with Alistair, she sees Alistair and she goes, "Why are you here?" Like, she's just repulsed by Alistair's presence. Like, just seeing him just makes her go, "Ugh, it's you. Why? I don't want you here." And that's just another one of those moments that just makes me just go, "Ugh, can't stand this woman." It's insane, Tegan.
What choice do either of us have? If your business with Eamon is important, you're going to have to go inside to find him. Sir Perth and his men can watch for danger at the castle entrance. If you can open the gates from within, they can move in and help you. I don't think there's anyone else who can help you. If you choose not to go, then it's up to me to do what I can. Here is my signet ring. It will open the lock on the door in the mill. Whatever you do, Eamon is the priority here. If you have to, just get him out of there. Isolde, me, and anyone else, we are expendable.
I like how I say, "Is there any reason I should be going in there?" I'm like, I've been saying why I'm here. Of course, you're all expendable. You know, I could stop you from doing this, you know.
So you could, but what would be the point? Do you really want to endanger my little nephew, and especially my brother? I don't.
One fool plan on top of another.
But I can delay no longer. Allow me to bid you farewell. And good luck.
Next time I see him, he'll be a dancing monkey. No, I'm serious. That's what Connor's going to turn him into.
All right, all right. Life. Blessed bastards. Away from me! That's right.
Hey, Jowan.
Performed as I expected.
Who's there? Is there anyone alive out there? Wait, you don't look like the Arlessa's guards. Are you from outside the castle?
Are you the mage that Lady Isolde mentioned?
You've spoken to her? Then you know what I did.
She said you poisoned the Arl.
I'm not proud of my deed. Poisoning Arl Eamon was what I was hired to do. Lady Isolde had no idea when she took me in to tutor her son, of course.
What about all the walking corpses?
I know it looks suspicious, but I'm not responsible for the creatures and the killings in the castle. I was already imprisoned when all that began. At first, Lady Isolde came here with her men, demanding that I reverse what I'd done. I thought she meant my poisoning of the Arl. That's the first I heard about the walking corpses. She thought I'd summoned a demon to torment her family and destroy Redcliffe. She had me tortured. There was nothing I could do or say that would appease her. So they left me to rot.
Why did you poison Eamon?
I was instructed to by Terran Loghain. I was told that Arl Eamon was a threat to Ferelden, that if I dealt with him, Loghain would settle matters with the Circle. You see, I'm a Maleficar, a blood mage.
You? A blood mage? Truly? I would never have guessed.
I dabbled in the forbidden arts, and they condemned me to death for it. I thought Loghain was giving me a chance to redeem myself. But he's abandoned me here, hasn't he? Everything's fallen apart, and I'm responsible! I have to make it right somehow. I have to!
Poor Jowan. Why did the Arlessa need a mage to tutor her son?
Connor had started to show signs. Lady Isolde was terrified the Circle of Magi would take him away for training. She sought an apostate, a mage outside the Circle, to teach her son in secret so he could learn to hide his talent. Her husband had no idea.
I think this is the next part right here. Why would Isolde be frightened of her son becoming a mage? Now, yes, of course, the part about him being taken away forever, but...
Because he would be taken away forever. A mage cannot inherit a title, even the son of a powerful Arl. She's also a pious woman. Her son having magic was humiliating.
And that right there is what really upsets me about this whole situation. It's not just that she was afraid that he was going to be taken away forever. It's that her son having magic would be a humiliation for her and her family name. You know, not necessarily Eamon's family, but her Orlesian side of the family. She couldn't be willing to endure a humiliation in that regard if it was found out, and she'll even say it this way later when we confront her about this, the way she says it. That's right there the real crux about all this, that is the reason why all of this happened and all the death here in Redcliffe happened. The other part I'm willing to, understand and sympathize with. Her being a mother, not wanting her son to be taken away from her forever, never seeing him again. That I can understand and sympathize with. But the other part? No. That is inexcusable. That does not excuse all the people that have died here because of that. Because, again, it was a chain effect. That fear of humiliation led to her contacting Jowan, who was sent here on behalf of Arl Howe, to poison Eamon, which led to her son contacting the demon to try and save his father's life, which led to all the death. Gosh, I hate Isolde. I put all the deaths here on her hands. When it comes down to it, this is her fault. All of this is her fault. And she's trying to say it's Jowan's fault without understanding the situation that, no, it's actually your fault. Because, bringing Jowan in, now she thinks all this stuff is happening because because he's a mage, he must have summoned all this stuff. When she doesn't realize that, no, it was her son who did it. How much magic did you teach Connor?
Some. But he's still very young. He can barely cast a minor spell, never mind something more powerful. At least not intentionally. I have thought about it, and it's possible Connor could have inadvertently done something to tear open the veil. With the veil to the Fade torn, spirits and demons could infiltrate the castle. Powerful ones could kill and create those walking corpses.
And Arl Eamon had no idea.
No, she was adamant that he never find out. She said that he'd do the right thing, even if it meant losing their son, and that infuriated her.
That's another thing. She knew, and I believe that Eamon would have been like, well, Connor, looks like you're off to the circle. Like, he would have been willing to do that because that's the kind of man that Arl Eamon is. But Isolde wouldn't tell him that and wouldn't have any of that.
I never meant for it to end like this. I swear. Let me help you fix this.
I say kill the mage. He cannot be trusted.
I say this boy could still be of use to us, but if not, then let him go. Why keep him prisoner here?
Give me a chance, please.
And how will you make things right?
Well, I tried to save anyone still up there. There must be something I can do.
I mean, that's commendable if it's true.
I'm glad you think so. So what now?
I'm letting you out.
You're letting me out? And what then?
You're on your own. I don't care.
No, I'm not leaving. I made a mistake and I'm going to find some way to fix it.
+7 approval from Morgan, -3 disapproval from Sten.
Got it.
I did consider bringing Ogren instead of Sten.
All right.
But it's not really a big deal.
Let's see what you made of. I'll get on it. Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
You guys can probably guess why I let Jowan get out. Why I released him.
What in horror? I'll rip you apart! So you can get off my back. That'll teach you. Now is better than later.
Perhaps I could have a try at that. As you like.
The armory. I'll take that.
Right,
That.
all
I'll take
right.
that.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
What nice donations from Redcliffe to the Grey Wardens. They were so nice to donate all this weaponry and armor, which we can use towards finances to support us. Very nice, very nice.
Something wants to try again. All right. That'll teach you.
Just got some new war paint from my dog. Can't give it to him right now, though. Just resistances, though. Unfortunate. Ooh. More animal friends.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my back?
Alright.
Now's better than later. I'll get on it.
I believe the room she's locked up in is, like, right up ahead.
Looks like something wants to die again.
Go get him, guys.
Can I get you a ladder so you can get off my
There
back?
she is.
Please, don't hurt me.
You're safe.
I'm sorry. I'm so frightened. These monsters are everywhere. My name's Valena. The Arlessa's maid. Is she all right? What happened to everyone?
You're the Smith's daughter?
You know my father. I want to go back to the village. Is there a way out of here?
Yes, there's a tunnel leading out in the dungeon.
But the monsters!
I killed most of them. It's safe.
I'll find my way. I can run fast and I know the castle. Thank you.
Alright.
Now's better than later. Got it.
That goes down to the basement cellar. Okay. A key.
Shall we go?
Ah, that's right. We have to go through here to get to the gate outside to let them in.
Got it.
Bellissimo.
Looks like something wants to die again. Charge! They won't know what hit them.
A revenant. Good boy. Okay.
You have opened the gates. That is good. My men and I are eager to see our Arl again. Shall we enter the main hall together? It must be held if we are to regain control of the castle.
Quick save.
What is the situation?
Let's go.
Excellent. Let us go now then, and see what awaits us there.
Told ya. Dancing monkey. And Isolde just stands there. Like, well, I guess I'll just watch. Not do anything.
So these are our visitors? The ones you told me about, Mother?
Yes, Connor.
And this is the one who defeated my soldiers? The ones I sent to reclaim my village?
Yes.
And now it's staring at me. What is it, Mother? I can't see it well enough.
This is just a man, Connor. Like your father.
Oh, I am tired of hearing about him. Besides, he's nothing at all like Father. Look at him. Breathing and not dying in the slightest. I could change that, mind you.
Connor, I beg you. Don't hurt anyone.
Mother? What's happening? Where am I?
Oh, thank the Maker. Connor, can you hear me?
Get away from me, fool woman! You are beginning to bore me.
Maker's breath. What has happened here?
Grey Warden, please don't hurt my son. He is not responsible for what he does.
So he's the evil force that you spoke of.
No! Don't say that!
So, the boy has become an abomination and sundered the veil.
Connor didn't mean to do this. It was that mage, the one who poisoned the demon. He started all this.
He did mean to do this because of you!
Connor was just trying to help his father.
And made a deal with the demon to do so? Foolish child.
It was a fair deal. Father is alive, just as I wanted. Now it's my turn to sit on the throne and send out armies to conquer the world. Nobody tells me what to do anymore.
Nobody tells him what to do. Nobody! Ha 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 ha!
Quiet, Uncle! I warned you what would happen if you kept shouting, didn't I? Yes, I did. But let's keep things civil. This man will have the audience he seeks. Tell us, what have you come here for?
I need to see Arl Lehman.
So you're a concerned well-wisher. Why didn't you say that in the first place? All the sneaking around and killing is so unnecessary. But Father is so very ill. We really shouldn't disturb him. Isn't that right, Mother?
I don't think...
Of course you don't! Ever since you sent the knights away, you do nothing but deprive me of my fun. Frankly, it's getting dull.
Score one for the demon.
Crave excitement and action. This man spoiled my sport by saving that stupid village, and now he'll repay me.
Sorry, Bantegan.
It is not a battle! Am I
Tegan. Oh, Tegan. Are you all right?
I am better now, I think. My mind is my own again.
Blessed Andraste. I would never have forgiven myself had you died. Not after I brought you here. The fool I am. Please.
Yes, you are.
Connor's not responsible for this. There must be some way we can save him.
You knew about this all along.
Yes. I didn't tell you because I believed we could help him. I still do.
I'm sorry, my lady, but Connor has become an abomination. He's no longer your son.
You! You did this to Connor!
I didn't summon any demon. I told you. Please, if you'll let me help.
Help? You betrayed me! I brought you here to help my son, and in return you poisoned my husband?
This is the mage you spoke of? Didn't you say he was in the dungeon?
He was. I assumed the creatures had killed him by now. He must have been set free.
Yeah, if he hadn't been put in that cell, they probably would have killed him, but that cell actually saved his life. He's no more to blame here than you are, Lady Isolde.
How dare you! If this man hadn't poisoned my husband, none of this would have happened. He should be executed.
Your secrecy made his actions possible, Isolde.
Boom!
I know what you must think of me, my lady. I took advantage of your fear. I'm sorry. I never knew it would come to this.
Well, I shan't turn away his help. Not yet. And if Connor is truly an abomination...
He's not always the demon you saw. Connor is still inside him, and sometimes he breaks through. Please, I just want to protect him.
Isn't that what started this? You hired the mage to teach Connor in secret, to protect him.
If they discovered Connor had magic, then they'd take him away. I thought if he learned just enough to hide it, then...
So you had no idea that the man you hired was an assassin?
None. I trusted Logain. Why wouldn't I? How could I have suspected the mage he sent would be a murderer?
And Eamon knew nothing of your plans. Do you not realize what you've done, Isolde?
Eamon would only demand we do the right thing. I was not going to lose my son. Not to magic.
And that right there, that little last part right there, the way she says that. Remember that part about her going back to being a pious woman and being humiliated at the idea of her son having magic? Not to magic. She was just so repulsed by the idea, and it would have been humiliating for her. That was her whole motivation as to why this happened. And I'm so glad that Eamon is the one who's calling her... Not Eamon, I'm sorry. Tegan. This man right here, Tegan. That's what I meant. That Tegan is the one who's calling her out on this. And really putting into perspective how much this is all her fault. Not Jowen's, not the demons, not Logain's or Arlhow's. Her fault. And would that really have been so terrible?
Magic runs in my family. The ones who had it were all terrible, sinful men. I didn't know what to do when I found out.
And so you brought doom upon us all and death to your own son.
No. No, please. There must be another way. There must be something we can do.
And that's another layer to that. She thought, well, hey, magic has run in my family before, and everyone who had it, well, they were terrible, sinful people, so magic must cause whoever it has it to become horrible, sinful people, so that's probably what's going to happen to my son, so I must find a way to prevent it or stop it, or... Oh my gosh. So where is Connor now? Why did he run?
I think he ran upstairs, to the family quarters.
Violence scares him. I know that sounds strange. He may have run up to his room, or
he might be waiting in ambush.
I don't know. The fighting may have scared Connor into coming out again, and so he ran.
So you're saying he may be vulnerable?
Perhaps. Is there Is there no other way?
Where is Arleman?
Upstairs in his room. I think the demon has been keeping him alive.
So if we destroy the demon, then...
Then my husband may perish. Yes.
It's interesting, that actually ends up not being the case. When we get rid of the demon, he stays alive long enough for us to get the urn of sacred ashes. I guess I should just say the ashes. But, yeah. They make it seem as if, well, if we get rid of the demon, then Eamon will die. So then it would have to be a dilemma of, do we let Connor die or do we let Eamon die? But that ends up not being the case. Jowan, what can you add to this discussion?
The demon in Connor needs to be destroyed. Killing Connor is the easiest way to do that, certainly. But there is another way. A mage could confront the demon in the Fade without hurting Connor himself.
What do you mean? Is the demon not within Connor?
Not physically. The demon approached Connor in the Fade while he dreamt and controls him from there. We can use the connection between them to find the demon.
You can enter the Fade, then? And kill the demon without hurting my boy?
No, but I can enable another mage to do so. It normally requires lyrium and several mages. But I have... blood magic.
What difference does that make?
Lyrium provides the power for the ritual, but I can take that power from someone's life energy. This ritual requires a lot of it, however. All of it, in fact.
So, someone must die? Someone must be sacrificed?
Yes, and then we send another mage into the Fade. I can't enter because I'm doing the ritual. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything. It's not much of an option.
Well, I didn't think I have Morgan here with me. It's something to consider.
I agree. And I offer my own life. I will be the sacrifice.
What? Isolde, are you mad? Eamon would never allow this.
Either someone kills my son to destroy that thing inside him, or I give my life so my son can live. To me, the answer is clear.
It does seem like a sensible choice, with a willing participant.
Connor is blameless in this. He should not have to pay the price.
It's up to you, my friend. You know more about such things than I do, and it's your companion going into the Fade. The decision is yours.
I like how he does acknowledge that Morgan would be the one going in. And I will say that is something I do very much commend about Isolde. Like I said, I do sympathize with her in the regard that, this was a mother reacting to the idea that she would never see her son again, which I can fully understand and sympathize with her in that. And I do love that the moment we bring this up, she reasons there, rationalizes it there, saying that either my son dies or I die so that he can live. And she offers that without hesitation, like almost any good mother would do. Of course, almost any mother would be willing to give her own life to save the life of their child. And I do commend that for Lady Isolde. I do like that about her, that she did that without hesitation. And I do commend her for that. So I don't want you guys to think I entirely despise her. I think that there's no redeeming qualities to her. There are. But still, that doesn't mean she's not to blame. In fact, I think this method actually is a way to help redeem her. Almost like, well, she caused a lot of people to die, so now she's going to die in return to kind of help fix this whole situation as well as save her son's life. All right, I need some time to consider.
Whatever you do, do it quickly. There's not much time before Connor does something else.
Right. Before we do our decision here, by the way, don't go up exploring if you are still deciding on this, because that can inadvertently cause you to finish the situation with Connor very badly.
Can I get to the ladder so you can get off my back?
us out, knights.
This lady gave the plan happy.
Let's see what you're made of! Now's better than later.
The Redcliffe Fault Key.
Got it.
Perhaps I could have a try at that. Perhaps I could have a try at that. On it.
The Orlesian Empire. Alistair's mother's amulet.
I do not like this talk of possessions and spirits and magic. It is unnatural.
There's a lot of unnatural things going on here, Perth. Get with the program. So, we will be making a decision and carrying forth and finishing up Redcliffe when we return. Stay tuned.